We're on the southeast corner of the building, the flat roof above the kitchen and the storage room. You're looking at the slanted roof for positioning. Here's the hatch that I came up through, and you see the flat roof in the foreground going all the way over to building 1, which is the front building. Now as I pan down, you see the roof is more predominant. Lots of obstacles in the floor that has to be covered up. Here you can see where the roof, the river rock has blown off of the roof, exposing the tar base and roofing material. Looking at one of the drains off of the slanted roof onto this flat roof, you'll see the drip pan, and we're having we're having leaks where the water coming off the flat roof onto these drip pans is washing away the river rock and exposing the roof, and we're coming up with leaks in that area all the way around this slanted roof. You'll see lots of piping that needs to be painted, primered. The roof coating is going to go underneath this. It's going to go underneath this. Here's a support pan holding that pipe up level. It's all rusted out, needs to be replaced. There's a number of those. There's another one over by that drip pan. See it there. Okay. And then looking again over at the vents, this new roof coating will come up the sides of that, cover that black area, and then various fittings in the roof. An alternate shot, and I just wanted to mention this facade that's covering up the HVAC units, and both this flat roof and then the next one that we're going to cover has several units on it, and there's all this associated piping that goes along with it that needs to be primered and painted as well as insulated. This is what's behind the wall. You see all this superstructure that holds up this facade. It's all rusted out. It's in need of being painted. And then there's lots of associated protrusions through the roof, leggings for this superstructure. Then all the pipes that go to these 3 units here that all have to be weatherized. Panning down, some of these footings that I spoke about. See them up close. These all need to be redone. This is the opposite end of a previous shot. Again, this is the superstructure behind this wall that covers up all this stuff from being able to be seen. All the piping, you can see all the wires that hang down. The footings down here on the lower left-hand corner, another footing that holds these pipes up. that all supports this HVAC unit. And a lot of these pipes that take and turn and go into the building. You can see them going into the wall here. This is the IT storage room, and that's where our heater units are for the buildings, for the front building anyways. So all this plumbing, this electrical, all these footings, they all need to be redone. And you can imagine putting a roof down underneath all of this stuff. It's a very time-consuming process. I'm gonna pan over here to the atrium. This is the roof of the atrium. We haven't had any leaks that I've detected from here. More plumbing over this way. I think there's 3 more units over on this side. Going back, and you see the slanted roof that we got that is over the conference rooms that we have, the big conference rooms. This is where we did that big fix 2 years ago, year ago rather. And again, the drains, the water that comes off comes down these spouts here, and a lot of it's washing onto this roof and washing the river gravel away, exposing the tar roof. And this one happens to be one that's leaking, and then there's another one down at the end. That's the chamber down there on the other side. That's the other drain down there that I'll show you some close-ups of that. So this is the other side of the atrium standing on, and you can see these other 2 air conditioning units, and again all the plumbing superstructure that covers this up from this side. This would be the west side of the building, in the parking lot down below. Chambers back that direction. And we're looking at one of those drains. Comes off the slanted roof, runs down onto the flat surface, to the flat wall, and you can see that it has washed away the gravel here. No matter how many times it gets covered up, it just washes away again. And also here's a good pointing out the tar, the river rock and the tar roof that skirts up against this building. This will be covered with the new white colored TPO type membrane roof that we're going to do, hopefully. This is one of the drains. This happens to be over Kip's office, the CEO's office, and this is one that we had repaired about 6 months ago, and we have 3 or 4 others like this that need to be patched too if we didn't go ahead with this roof. So a lot of the pea gravel has been, or the river gravel, excuse me, has been wiped away in this area to expose. The various vendors have done coring, and the subroof is in pretty good shape as far as it's only one layer. It's the original layer. Now, in this angle, looking out to the west, and you could pretty much see where the river gravel has blown off the roof. If you've ever noticed when you walked in the back doors to the luncheon, you'll see a lot of gravel on the roof depending on whether we had a storm or not. There's a section where it's all blown away there. And again, this is looking back towards the chamber. This is along the west wall of the conference rooms down the back hallway. And we have 3 drains on this side that are all draining into these pans, and what, depending on the strength of the storm, blows the river rock away, washes it away, and exposes the roof. I have my back to the chamber right now, and this is looking down the roof. Here's this other drain that I was talking about. You can see where it's washed away the river gravel, exposed the roof. This section is pretty bad. This is, well, it's all in need of repair or replacement. This would be the north side of the building. See the parking lot down below. And again, if you look up close to this stuff, you'll see that it's alligatoring, and it's in bad shape. The drains again, a little bit better view, close up of it. And nearly all along the roof, the gravel has come off. Here the chamber's trees are overlapping our building. Probably need to have them cut those back. You can just see all these spots. Another protrusion has to go around. This is an old antenna I need to pull down. Hasn't been used in years. There's this corner again. Here's another angle of this one that was repaired. They're going to vacuum all this river gravel off, sweep it down, and then clean it and coat it before the new roof goes. There's inside the superstructure. This is just a nightmare. And we do have these units serviced quarterly. So from time to time we have people walking up and down this area. This is on the outside of the conference room that we just got done redoing, the small one upstairs, the MLS office, I guess you'd call it right now. So just a tremendous amount of detailed work. And here you can look down from this side. That's Kip's, or Arlie's office, actually right there. Kip's behind it. And you can see where the entryway into the back building is where all the rock falls down. Just some more of this superstructure. The base of all these units. All going to be cleaned up. This one's just sitting on a couple of 4x4 posts. I'm going to pick this up and set it on a pier to make it more level and flat. Here's another one of those drains. All of these levelers are going to have to be changed out. All these roofers want to dig into this atrium for some reason. I'm sure it's going to eventually have its problems, but it's not an issue right now, so we're not addressing it. Nothing's leaking. The only thing we're going to do is come up to the base of this metal down here, where my foot is, and take care of that. You could see all this insulation is just rotted out. Someone's never put on or replaced. And even these big units are setting on wooden planks. Conditioned air is going to be a separate contractor that's going to hopefully be doing all of this stuff that they're involved with, maintaining it, but they're going to bring this all up to where it should be, and it's going to look as good as the roof's going to look, and it's going to last. This is a gas supply line that goes into the side of the building. And going back this direction, it goes along this long wall and goes to the meter that's on the far end of this building on the outside, and it goes down the roof.